Well, Jerry, desperately disappointing way to lose here this evening.
Yeah, I really feel for my team tonight because I think that's the best we've played all season. We obviously had a very good start in the game and deservedly go 1-0 up with a really good set piece. Actually, we've tried that one so many times, not come off, and then it's really good to see it come off. The trouble is we've conceded 2 really poor goals again, and I call them mistakes really. Clearance isn't quite right on one of them. Looks like he's offside for the first one, blatantly offside. So I've got to look at that, and that's disappointing when you come to a place like this because you need your officials strong. And then we get ourselves back in the game, obviously, with a penalty. Tommy Conway's done ever so well all night, really positive in his 1v1s, and earns himself a penalty, brave enough to step up and take it and slots it away, and it feels like we're going to be the only ones that are going to go on and win the game then. We felt as if we were in the ascendancy. Now what they do is they want to make the game bitty then, so the last 10 minutes became free kicks, set pieces, and really slowed the game down where we had a real flow to it, especially that second half. I thought some of our football was really, really good. I'm counting probably 4 or 5 chances there. We've hit the post. Donovan's hit 2 that hasn't quite come off his foot nicely. The keeper saved. Tom Smith done the same. So we've had some really good openings and not managed to get that third goal. So the longer the game goes on, you know they might get a set piece. And as you saw, they've just crowded us out in the box. And as you say, it's a wicked set piece. He's come right in on top of Clarkey, who's not managed to gather it this time. And they've scored from like 5 yards.
You alluded to the quick start we made. Was that surprising after the horrendous journey you endured?
Well, the thing is, Mark, it's like any of these things. You can't make it an excuse, and you try not to with your players. But we've been on the bus 6.25 hours today, and that's no preparation for any team. But what we did was we said, right, okay, we're going to have half an hour to warm up. We split it down. We spoke with the sports science. Most of it was physical stuff. They had minimal time on the ball. So credit to the boys to come out and start as well as they did, and credit to them actually in the whole game how they performed physically. I thought we were immense. The disappointing thing is that's three goals again that's gone in against us, and what you can't do is you can't concede 3 goals really in a game because you're asking too much of yourself. The performance didn't merit that. The performance was right up there, and it's not me. People will say, "Oh, he's lost the game," but honestly, if they're really honest with themselves, they'll know that we've played really good football against them tonight. We've carved them open several times, but they have got a threat of physical presence, and that's what they're very good at, and that's what's won the game for them.
We think that the away performances, the results don't really reflect the performances so far. I can't think of any game this season where we've come away and said, oh, that was a really disappointing. Perhaps like we have in some of the home games, like you were disappointed after the Havant game. But away, it seems to have been better for City this season despite the results.
Yeah, but even in that mark, with our high standards, I think we're a million miles away from where we were in 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, we were bitty, didn't look like a Bath City team. All right, the performance levels were okay. But we're now talking about performance levels that are right up there, honestly. Saturday and tonight shows me that we're going the curve's going in the right direction. So to come to Concord, which is a difficult place anyway, and dominate the game, possession-wise, dominate the game with chances. If you look at the chances, we've definitely had the better chances in the game, and we haven't managed to win it. So what I have to do is keep the team positive. Of course, we'll go and talk about the 3 goals, and we'll look back at it on Thursday. But we have to be positive in the manner of how we're trying to play. I've said to you all along, if we're going to win, lose or draw a game, we have to look like a Bath City team. And tonight, we've looked like a Bath City team and more. So I've had to be really positive with the group. And like I said, we'll reflect on the goals. Of course, we're bitterly disappointed not to add to our tally from Saturday because we set a little bit of a figure and a target. Now we're going to have to go to Chelmsford and put in another positive performance and try and get 3 points there if we can.
That further disappointment to lose Dan Ball. I think you've had 13 different players unavailable for one reason or another at different stages this season. I know he missed a game recently too, but he didn't look too good. I think he was on crutches at the end.
Yeah, his ankle, which he's had his operation on before, is causing him a few issues, he said. So, yeah, that's just the way the season's going at the moment. You know, you're on a crash on the M25 and you're sat for over an hour and a half, not going anywhere, and we've had COVID in the camp and injuries. We've had sendings off, and that just seems to be coming. I don't mind if it comes in one season because we'll take it all in one season, and hopefully the following season it's not going to come so bad. But these things happen in life and in football. You just got to get on with it. There's no good sitting around and sulking about it. We have to make a change. Tom Richards come on it right back and did fine, and young James Taylor went across it left back. And what you have to remember, you've got some young players in there, so some really good positive individual performances from some really bright players with a good bit of experience around it as well. But they'll have to learn, and probably managing the game is learning that little bit, I guess, near the end. I'm not sure what else we could have done because the corner's that good, the quality's that good that's come in the box. The only one I said to Ryan there, did you think you could have got it? And he said, well, maybe I came for it. but we'll have a look back at it. He's been outstanding for us, so we can't. I mean, the free kick he saved just before that to actually produce the corner was outstanding. So we don't blame any individual. We'll look at it as a team, as a collective, and now we've got such a long trip back. We're going to get back at the early hours of the morning, and then we'll have to go again for the weekend.
Will you be able to go again with more players at your disposal? Obviously, did you manage to appeal about the red cards?
Yeah, so Frankie's just a yellow, so he'll be available for the weekend. Obviously, you can't appeal. I wasn't aware of that. You can't appeal yellows or 2 yellows. So Tom Mayhew will be missing. He'll be a big miss. Actually, he's playing really well for us. He'll be missing from Saturday. The other boys are in this evening. They're in with Toby. Toby stayed back in Bath, doing some rehabilitation work with the other boys. Callum Evans, Freddie Grant. Joe Rains is a longer way off, obviously, and then young Callum Watts is up doing a little bit of training. So we'll have to look at them. We don't know how they are until the weekend. We'll have to look at maybe Thursday night, see how the boys are physically now for Thursday night as well. And in football, you have to go again. But like I say, my interview's not going to be a negative one here. I'm more upbeat and more positive about a loss than I would have been 3 weeks ago, and I just want to remain upbeat because I think the team, and it's not me clouding it, the team are in a good place. The team feel better as a collective. They feel better. They look like they're better on the coach, and together those relationships are really building. And as I said, we played some wonderful stuff tonight, and certainly didn't deserve to lose a game.
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers. Thanks, Mark.